And then you can bring one hand to the lower belly and one hand to the upper chest. And imagine your hands are still buzzing and circulating with that energy. And let's do the wave breath. So as you breathe in, you feel the bottom part of your body and your hand moves out because there's so much breath there. Continue to breathe. Feel your ribs, feel them expand. Continue to breathe and feel the top hand lift. And then exhale. Inhale, filling bottom to top. Exhale, releasing, letting go. And then link your mind to this movement. So as you breathe in, the breath is filling bottom to the top and your mind is riding on it. Imagine that you're like a boat floating on the rising tide of the chi. So as you inhale, your mind goes up into the head or to the heavens. And as you breathe out, your mind moves down through your body, either into the lower hand or into the feet, or maybe into the center of the earth. So fill the breath bottom to top, ride the rising tide, exhale, empty top to bottom, sinking down, 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 down. Being sure to fill both hands with your breath. Breathing through your nose if it's clear, or through your mouth if that's easier. Notice the mind's tendency to jump to other things. That's okay. And when you notice, you can say, here's the next breath. Let's join this next breath. That's the word yoga, union. Bring yourself to the breath and to the movement of your body. With gratitude, because that noticing of the journeying of the mind is the dawning of awareness. That's the practice. Now, the next time the breath goes out, keep the breath going just like this. And we're going to do one called holding up the heavens as a first morning stretch. So we want to pay attention for these first few to this breath. So keep letting this wave breath be the primary thing. And we'll add a few opening, stretching movements. So the next time the breath goes out, let's let the hands come towards each other, floating in front of the body with the palms up. And then the next time the breath comes in, now the hands rise with it, and then turn and press upward. And then exhale, they turn and they float down. So now breath, mind, and movement are all together. Inhale, breath fills, mind lifts, hands lift, look up, hold up the heavens. Exhale through the nose if it's clear. Releasing down. Inhale. Look up, press up, lean back a little if you'd like. Exhale. Stay linked to the breath. Welcome to this sacred moment. This is it, friends. This is the whole of practice. Well done. Now, how about if just one hand wants to come up? So the hands come to the heart, and then keep going with one, and the other hand presses down. Exhale that hand. So pay attention to the top hand. It exhales down. And then inhale. The other hand now lifts, presses up, and the other hand presses down. Side stretch. Keep your knees soft, little engagement in the core, as if you're pressing something very heavy in both directions. And then once again, notice when the mind jumps somewhere else, your attention shifts, and gently, gratefully bring it back. Totally okay. The nature of the mind to be curious. It's the nature of the self to be present. So bring them together. Let this stretch now radiate down into your outer foot. Like feel your whole hip stretching. Exhale, the hand comes down. Inhale, the other one is up. Looking up if that's comfortable. One more on each side. Full extension. Smile to yourself. As you come back down, let one hand settle below the navel and the other hand on your tailbone. And let's add the wave movement to the wave breath. So first, just explore the maximum tilt of the hips. You can have the hands front to back or side to side, or neither. Just check in on the full movement of your hips, all the way forward, all the way back. This is where the wave originates. And then what we do is bend the knees a little and then do the full movement of the hips and let the wave move up. The chin lifts, and then we sink down. Hands also could be on the thighs. So we exhale as we come down and inhale. Here it is again. Breath rises, attention rises, mind rises, heart lifts. Exhale. So try to find this. This is a cerebral spinal pump. You're actually increasing the circulation of spinal fluid into your brain. Yeah, keep it going. Rolling up, melting down. Limbering the spine. Having a flexible spine is a key to longevity and overall health and wellness in your body. Everything radiates out from your spine. Bend the knees as far as you'd like for the last few, warming the thighs in a little squat. Notice if you're going a little faster than your breath. Totally normal. I wonder when this will be over. This isn't interesting to me anymore. Become fascinated by your own blooming process. Let that heart open wide. Roll the shoulders as well when you're at the top. Bring them together and then open and then apart. Now let's move the spine in a different way. So still we're working with the wave breath and keeping our attention in the body, up and down. And what we'll do now is we'll turn and look over our shoulder and open the palms to the outside, looking behind you. That's the in breath. Exhale back to the front, turning the hands the other way. So think about your thumbs, looking over the other shoulder, rotating the thumbs outward, lifting, breathing. Exhale back to the front. We're doing deep work in your back here. Let this go into the lower back. So breath rises, attention rises, heart lifts, spine twists. Yeah, good. Let your head and neck stretch a little more. So play with what does your head want to do? Maybe the chin lifts or lowers. Good. And now for the last two, wrap yourself in a hug, like one hand comes around behind and the other hand is above, and look down at your heels and stretch deeply. Breathe into your back. And then to the front and to the other side. Wrap your arms around you, look down at your heels. Take a full breath in, right into your lower back. And exhale back to the front. And shake it out. Well done, everyone. That's our warm up. How do you feel? Okay, let's do our daily turning side to side. The more I sink into this practice, the more this one becomes part of my back care. Kids will do this. Have you ever seen it? They'll just fling their arms around. Maybe they'll like have their winter coat on and their arms won't be in the sleeves. Their arms will just be inside, and then they'll turn side to side to get their coat sleeves flinging around. You could call this one empty coat sleeves. So make sure you have good, strong legs, engaged knees, so you're not twisting your knee. We're bringing this right into the lower back. And the arms are completely relaxed and they're tapping, slapping, bumping, massaging. Move your hands up and down, in and out, and wake up. This area is called the chi belt. Surrounds the lower dantian, the lower elixir field, which also has a translation of best energy ever. Here it is. Welcome in best energy ever to fill this part of your body. You are best energy ever. You really are. Welcome to your magnificence. Embrace it. It's a practice, right? You may not feel like it now. Just refill. Fill your cup. Build the energy. Makes it a little easier and easier and easier to stay steady in our life when we consciously recharge with best energy ever. All right. You can slow it down. And now bring those hands in front of your lower energy center. And as you breathe, let the hands pulse gently towards and away from each other. And now feel the chi. Imagine there's light or magnetism or electricity between your hands. You can hold your hands still. They can be side to side. You could also hold one over the other. The top hand is around the level of the navel, and the bottom hand is around the level of the pubic bone. That's the space to focus on. You can switch hands, other hand on top. Okay. So we'll come back to this. We're doing dragon today. So release, relax, shake it out. Bend your toes one way and the other. Let's do a few stretches for our hips, hamstrings, thighs, calves. And then we're going to play with the dragon. So you can step 1 foot forward and 1 foot back and just start to bend and straighten the front knee and keep adjusting your feet so you find a way to keep the back foot down and stretch the front of that thigh. And then bring the hands in, and like you're doing the breaststroke, the swimming stroke as you come forward. So it's called parting the clouds. So you straighten the front leg and then you bend forward, push away, breathe, come back around, scoop the hands behind you, and inhale back, exhale forward. And then bring your hand, like bend the front knee and arch back. You can hook the thumbs, do kind of a modified warrior pose, leaning back. Breathe, stretch your back. Exhale, release, and then let's pivot and switch sides. Now adjust your feet, the first few. So the back foot can stay down and the front foot bends. So you feel it in the thigh. We're trying to stretch this front of this thigh. So you keep changing it up until you really can find it. You also have to tilt your hips back a little bit. So if you're leaning forward, it won't get there. So you have to lean back just a little until you feel you can bring your hand there to check in. Is something happening? And if it is, then we move into the dynamic pulsing. And then we can do the parting the clouds with the arms. And then bend that front knee, bring the arms up, lean back, open the whole front of the body. You can hook the thumbs. Breathe and exhale. Now spin your way back to the front and keep the feet wide apart, turning the feet out, and then bend and straighten the knees. This is called horse stance. It's a foundational strength building stance in Qigong and in Kung Fu. So you're trying to keep the heart lifted and sink down, strengthening the thigh. Coming down as far as you can without feeling like you might hurt your knees. And then let's do a twist. So come down and then turn your fingers in and lower the shoulder and wring out your back. And then switch sides. Stay nice and deep in the horse stance squat. Turn the fingers in, lower the shoulder, twist, looking to the side or up. All right. And then come on back up. Step the feet together. As you inhale, float your hands up in front of the body with the palms up. And as you exhale, float them down. It's called balancing the chi. You can use this anytime in your life that you want to create a little bit of balance in your energy field, which also affects your mind and your feelings. And then come to pause. Let's take 3 full breaths in without any effort, any direction, any movements. Simply breathe. And relax. So the dragon is a symbol of mythology that comes from mythology of all different cultures and regions throughout the world. They don't always look like big fire-breathing terrors that we see in movies today. Some dragons swim in rivers and seas. Some have feathers like birds. Some are very, very small. Some are very large. And the power of the dragon is thought to come from beyond. So it's often associated with divinity and benevolence and goodness. So the emperors are sometimes called dragons. A kind, good emperor is called a dragon because they're bringing this energy of benevolence from somewhere else. So as we practice, we'll get into the spirit of this, and I invite you to consider a flavor or version or aspect of the dragon that feels really great to you. So if big fire-breathing dragons isn't it, then find something else, either an image, a picture, a feeling. What energy of this magnificent power feels aligned with what you are cultivating in your life. Okay, it could be literally anything. It could be the ability to fly. It could be the ability to sleep. Anything you want. And we'll do the body first, and we'll add in the breath, and then we'll spend a little time with the dragon power pose as we feel into the spirit and the energy of this, and actually cultivate energy. Remember, Qigong means cultivation of energy. So we're here to cultivate, to create, and to develop. So the bottom half of the dragon has this horse stance that we were playing with. That's one of it. And then we move into the side stance that we were just doing for parting the cloud. So you spin one foot out and the other heel back. This is called bow stance. It's sort of similar to the warrior one in yoga. And then spin back to the front. Both feet are out, horse stance, and then spin to the other side. So one foot points out and the other heel slides back to accommodate. You want to feel really steady and grounded. Come on back to the horse stance. Spin, bend the knee. So it's not too wide of a stance. Back to the horse stance and to the other side. You want to get good at pivoting your feet. Boom, and then pivot. Okay? That's what the legs do. So you can step the feet in. The hands, the upper body moves from this holding the chi ball pose like we've been practicing. And then whichever hand is on the bottom is the direction that you turn. So it's like you're doing a frisbee toss behind you. So the bottom hand opens to a frisbee toss with the palm up and the arms straight. And you're going to actually look at that hand. You're going to trace, you're going to follow the thumb. So on the other side, whichever hand is on the bottom, you frisbee toss it behind you and you do a nice twist and look at that thumb. The top hand, as you do the frisbee toss, the top hand presses to the sky, kind of like we were doing before. Okay, so it's like bottom hand this, top hand presses to the sky. So both palms are up and both arms are very straight. Okay, and the other way, you might feel your feet trying to help you as you do this. My feet are like, do the feet thing. All right, so this is how it looks. You'll get it. We'll practice it together. So step the feet in. Hello, little doggy. Want to do some dragon? You're a little bit in the way. All right, so here we go. So I'll mirror you. So you can start with the right hand on the bottom. And then step into that horse stance and sink down. And as you sink down, feel that pulsing, like your hands, like pretend like you're the one generating this energy, because you are, and you're pulsing and you're like compressing. So we got to build a little energy to hold the dragon, right? And then you spin to the right, that foot points out, that right hand comes behind you, the left hand presses to the sky, look at the hand behind you, full breath in, maximum breath, exhale, come back to the front. Now you do the horse stance with both feet turned out and press your hands away like you're holding a boundary. And then step the feet in. And now the left hand is on the bottom. Okay, so the left hand is on the bottom. Shift your weight to your right foot. Step that left foot out and spin, turn. Hand behind you, looking at that back thumb. Press the other palm to the ceiling. Breathe in. Full breath, hold the breath. Exhale back to the front. Horse stance, press the hands out, sink down. Engage your core. Step the feet in. Now, right hand is on the bottom. Inhale, expand the chi ball. Exhale, compress. Inhale, shift your weight to the left foot. So you can step open to the right. Spin. Open, look behind you, deep twist, breathe in. That back leg is very powerful and strong. It's pressing into the ground. Exhale back to the front. Gracefully step in. Now the left hand is on the bottom. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, shift your weight to the right foot. Step open to the left. Spin, twist, back foot presses firmly. Both palms up. Big breath. You hold the breath as long as you can. Hold. Exhale back to the front. Turn it out. Sink down. Press away. And then step in. Right hand on the bottom. Take a full breath cycle here. Imagine there's a little more energy between your hands in your core center. Shift your weight to that left foot. Step open to the right. Spin, twist, turn, open, extend. Full breath in. You're holding the breath as long as you can. Breathe down into your kidneys. Breathe into your lower back. Twist. Exhale back to the front. Press away, sink down. Step in. Left hand on the bottom. Keep going. Shift over. Frisbee throw open. Find good, strong feet. Breathe in. You're creating some compression in your low back and in your kidneys. When you're ready to breathe out, horse stance, press away. Breathe in. Cycle the hands back. Other hand on the bottom. Shift over, step open. This is the breath in, so a little more focus on the breath now that you're getting the body. You hold, exhale, press out. Inhale, step in. Other hand on the bottom. Exhale and inhale here. And then when you're ready, shift over, and it's a big breath in. Into the twist, hold the breath. Our elbows are straight. Exhale, press away. Sink down. And good. And as you keep going, it's a little bit less attention on the movements. What is the energy of dragon power that you would like to install in your being today? Is it a tough skin? Is it the courage to speak what needs to be spoken? Can you fly high above all the troubles in the world, untouched? Is it the longevity? What is it for you? I'll keep guiding it. If you are not sure of the moves, you can come back with me and I'll guide a few more. If you're sure of the moves, go at your own pace, your own rhythm. Go deep. If you want to join me, we'll start with the right hand on the bottom, shifting to the left, opening to the right, spinning, breathing in, straightening both arms, palms up. Back leg is powerful. Exhale to the front, horse stance, press out. Step in. Left hand now on the bottom. Full breath in and out here. Shifting over to the right leg, opening to the left. Spinning, straight elbows, palms skyward. Gaze travels past your thumb, full twist. Exhale, back to the middle, front. Straight elbows again. Step in now. Right hand is on the bottom. Shift, step right, spin open. Back foot plants firmly. Breathe in, full breath. Breathe out, Press away. Step in. Right hand on the bottom. Open to the left. Press away. If you're game, we'll do one more each side, starting with the right hand on the bottom, opening to the right. Breathe in, hold the breath. Exhale, horse stance, press. Inhale, gather it in, left hand on the bottom. Breath in and out here. And then get back in. And then let's do some integration here. We'll shower ourselves with the showering chi move. So what we do here is as you inhale, you bend the knees and the backs of the hands lift. And then exhale, straighten the knees, flip the palms, arms stay close to shoulder height. Second part, we inhale, reach up, bend the knees, and then exhale, slide the hands down the front of the body, looking and feeling within. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the backs of the hands. Exhale, straighten the knees, flip the hands over. Inhale, bend the knees, reach up. Exhale, straighten as your palms slide down through your external chi field, feeling everything on your own pace, on your own rhythm. Welcome to look up. When you reach up and imagine the sun, the stars, the moon, all shining down on you, showering you with benevolence, with goodness, with kindness. So go with the breath, coming back to how we started our class. The movement doesn't have to be big or fast. Keep all your joints soft and supple and relaxed. Keep your face relaxed, maybe smile a little. And have your eyes closed if that would be nice for you. And allow yourself to be full of the energy of the spirit that you are calling into alignment with yourself today. Notice the feeling in your hands as you move in all these different ways through your energy field. Wherever you feel a tingling or a pulsing, let that be a reminder of the aliveness of this moment and of your ability to feel deeply your own energy. Go super slow for the last two, like let go of the timing with the breath and go so slow that you're taking multiple breaths. So no more synchronizing with the breath. Let the breath go soft and do its own thing. You can float and fly in this elevated space. And then change it into whatever kind of closing you'd like. Holding still, or circling the hands, or bringing the hands down to your lower belly, or just relax them by your side. If you're feeling tired or sore, you could come to lie down and rest, or you could come to sit. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, thank you. I really appreciate the opportunity to share with you on Sunday morning, travel this good road together.